In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. May God's blessings and peace be upon our Prophet Muhammad. Allah Almighty made Prophet Sulaiman, peace be upon him, the successor of prophethood and kingship of Prophet Dawood, peace be upon him. Allah Almighty said in the Holy Quran, "And the heirs of Dawood, peace be upon them, became Suleiman, peace be upon them. And they said, People, we have been taught the language of the birds, and everything has been given to us." No doubt, this is an open grace of God. In this verse, being the heir of Hazrat Dawood, peace be upon them, means inheriting his prophethood and kingship. Financial inheritance is not meant here because Hazrat Dawood, peace be upon him, had other sons, and it is definitely not possible to deprive them all and give inheritance only to Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him. In addition to this, it has been narrated by many companions that the Messenger of Allah Muhammad, may God bless him and grant him peace, said that we are not made heirs, and whatever we leave behind is charity. Therefore, after the death of the prophets, their wealth is not distributed among their relatives, but instead given as charity to the poor and needy. It is given because the world is despised by them, just as the world is despised by Allah, who has sent them as messengers. Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, said to the people that we have been taught the language of the birds, that is, whatever the birds spoke. Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, understood it, and we have been given everything, which means everything that is needed to rule a country, such as weapons, military equipment, giants, humans, birds, all groups of animals, knowledge and arts, and the power and strength to understand and explain the words of all kinds of creatures, etc. Undoubtedly, this is an open grace of God. In the Holy Quran, Allah Almighty said, all his armies, jinn, humans and birds, were classified separately in front of Suleiman. When they reached the field of ants, an ant said, O ants, enter your own houses, lest Suleiman and his army trample you unawares. Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, smiled and laughed at this and began to pray, O Lord, grant me the opportunity to thank you for the blessings that you have bestowed on me and my parents, and that I may continue to do good deeds that please you and include me among the good servants of your mercy. Allah Ta'ala is giving news about his prophet and the son of his messenger Suleiman, peace be upon him, that one day he gathered all his armies from jinn, humans and birds and set out for a certain place. There was a commander of each type of army who supervised his subordinates. When they all started passing through the valley of ants, one ant said, O ants, enter your own houses, lest Suleiman, peace be upon him, and his army trample you unawares. Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, heard this and smiled. Some people say that before Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, all animals and humans understood each other's language. Later, Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, made animals promise not to talk to humans, so we cannot understand their conversation. There are ideas which have no relation to the truth, and if it is accepted. So then what was the distinction of Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, from other human beings? Then also keep in mind what was the benefit of Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, in preventing animals from talking to humans. However, the fact is that Hazrat Suleiman, peace be upon him, had this feature that he understood the language of animals. This is the reason why when he heard the ant, he smiled when he, peace be upon him, also prayed to Allah. These words of supplication are found in verses 17 to 19 of Surat Al-Naml. In the Holy Quran, Allah Almighty said, He, Suleiman, peace be upon him, looked at the birds and said, What is the matter that I do not see Hudhud, or is he really absent? Surely I will punish him severely, or I will slaughter him, or else he should present a clear argument before me. It wasn't long before Hudhud said, I have brought you a news that you do not know. I have brought you a true news of Saba. I have seen that their rule is in the hands of a woman who has been given all kinds of things, and her throne is also very great. I found her and her people worshipping the sun, leaving Allah alone. Shaitan has shown them their good deeds and prevented them from the right path. They are not guided to prostrate to Allah, who brings forth the hidden things of the heavens and the earth and knows all that you conceal and reveal. There is no true God but Him. He is the Lord of the great throne. Suleiman, peace be upon him, said, Now we will see whether you have spoken the truth or whether you are a liar. Take this letter of mine and give it to them. Then return to them and see what they answer. After receiving the letter, the Queen of Saba said, O chiefs, a dignified letter has been sent to me from Suleiman, peace be upon him, and which begins in the name of Allah, the Merciful, That you should not disobey me and come to me as a Muslim, she said. O my chiefs, advise me in this matter. I do not make a definite decision on anything until I have your presence and opinion. All of them replied that we are going to fight hard with strong forces. You have the power to think for yourself what you order us to do. The queen said that when the king enters a town, he destroys it and humiliates the honorable people there, and these people will do the same. I am going to send them a gift, and then I will see what the messengers return with. So when the messenger reached Sulaiman, peace be upon him, he said, Do you want to help me with wealth? My Lord has given me much better than that and what he has given you, so be happy with your gift and go back to them. We will bring against them an army that they do not have the strength to face. And we will drive them out of there by humiliating them. All this translation is from verses 20 to 27 of Surah Al-Naml. In these verses, Allah Almighty has mentioned the incident of Hudhud and Queen Balqis. Because birds were also included in Sulayman's army, so every bird was brought to Suleiman, a.s, at its own time. The Prophet, peace be upon him, used to take responsibility for it, and he used to carry it out. Hudhud's responsibility was that when water was not available during the journey in the desert, etc., he would tell in which part of the land water could be found. Then if the place indicated by him was dug, water would come out.